Hey everyone! Obviously I was mistaken about the previous episode being the last. I looked at what I had done and figured, there's not going to be much animation left to do, it's just a bunch of minor tweaks and such. Until I realized that I had an entire shot left to do on top of all those tweaks. So that's what maybe the next 2 episodes will be on. I say 2, but for sure one, maybe another, we'll just sort of have to see where we are. Anyways, a couple of quick announcements. First, this video is quite short. My capture footage stopped recording after about 20 minutes of real time, so this is sort of what we're left with. Second, the last video I released was the second episode of my Flash Basics tutorial series I'm doing, where I go through and show you how to use Flash for animation. It's not an animation tutorial, nor am I going to be talking about ActionScript or anything like that. It's Flash for animation. Part 3 will be releasing soon, maybe after the next screen capture video. On to what we have in front of us. This is shot 6-4. In shots 6-2 and 3, I shamelessly reused elements and entire shots from previous scenes for the sake of saving time. I might go back and fix that, but I had originally envisioned it as something for a comedic effect. It'll probably just appear to be lazy, and at this point it sort of feels that way, but I'm actually intending to go back and fix the scene to be better animated, so that'll at least count for something. Shot 6-4 is Sam and Jamie's reaction to Mac falling down the stairs for the second time. It's a fairly simple scene. They both flinch, Jamie says something, Sam responds, and that's the end. It's been a while since I've worked on this. I recently got back from vacation, and I feel like I'm a little bit rusty, which also, that reminds me to explain. So, 2 weeks ago, I was out of town. I meant to give some warning, but I decided that since I wouldn't be able to make a full week of videos for the week that I was gone, I'd just take a week off and come back to it this week. But based on the viewership of this channel, that was probably fine. So we're going through the rough sketches for Sam right now. We'll shortly be transitioning to working on Jamie's roughs. Like I've said in the past, I want to try and make Jamie's animation a little bit more complex, while Sam's will be a little bit more straightforward. Jamie is going to be bouncing around a bit. I'd also like to mention that the script for episode 3 is nearing completion. I've got to do a few more rounds of editing before I'm satisfied with it, but the concept and the general way things are going to play out is looking pretty solid. If you can recall back to one of the episodes where I was joined with Eric, he's going to be leaving the country soon to study abroad, meaning that I've got a very tight schedule to get the script done, or at the very least get his lines done so that we can get them recorded before he takes off. That should all work out, and we'll be able to transition pretty seamlessly into working on episode 3. Episode 3 will take quite a while, so hopefully I'll be getting done with it, or getting close to being done with it by the time he gets back, 4 or 5 months from now. Eric leaving also coincides pretty well with classes starting up again. I'm not super sure if/how classes will affect these video uploads. Hopefully it won't impact them a whole lot. It doesn't take a super long time to do these, but school will take priority, so if I have to reduce my upload frequency or go on hiatus, then that's what we'll do. I'll keep working on my cartoons in the meantime, and I don't foresee this being a problem, but this will probably be my busiest semester yet, and we'll just have to see how things play out. We're coming up to the point where the capture stops. It picks up right afterwards again, but I lost some decent footage that I wanted to share and talk about. This is the second time that this has happened so far, so while it may be fairly infrequent, I might start looking for an alternative capture software. I haven't invested any money into this channel yet, and I certainly don't want to until I can see it as a worthwhile investment. But if this problem persists, I might just have to bite the bullet and find something better. In the next month or so, I'll be transitioning my editing from my MacBook over onto the desktop PC. There's still plenty of things I can do on the Mac. The hard drive on the laptop isn't very large, and I'd like to keep all the videos I made. So quickly, I just want to summarize what happened when the capture cut out. We basically just drew the rough drawing for a close-up of Sam, where he responds to Jamie. Then we went back and started the final line work and coloring for the first shot of Sam. We'll be finishing up this part for Sam, and next time we work on this, we'll continue working on Sam, but then finally get into a little bit of doing some of the Jamie's final drawings, and maybe move on to the close-ups of Sam in the following episode. That's all I have for today. I apologize for not having more to show, but I look forward to seeing you next time where we'll have more to talk about. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving it a little thumbs up. And if you have questions, comments, or suggestions, feel free to leave a comment below so that I know and so that I can keep providing you with something to watch. To check out the rest of this series, click on the TV, and if you want to see the first episode of Miserable Mac, click on the computer. For more of my other work, take a look at my YouTube page, and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks again for watching.